Previously on Kell on Earth. Where are the seating charts? Have they been brought in yet? September Fashion Week is just a really crazy process and it can be very stressful. I can't do this anymore. We're all too busy. We're short-staffed. We're doing a million things. Bobby wants the show to start on time. I had Ava by myself. Her dad and I broke up when I was pregnant. This is so pretty. I obviously wasn't raised to be a power girl who was having a baby, so there's no handbook on how to do this. You haven't been doing anything. I have been doing plenty of things. There was just too much to do. I was exhausted and overwhelmed. This is a disaster. I just had a really hard time respecting Stephanie Voorhees. This is so disorganized. If you can't figure out who the most important people are, then maybe you shouldn't work here. I could not take it anymore. We've got to get her out of here. I'd like to walk around like this all day. It's kind of fun. We're like priests in a new order. Everybody gets blown out after Fashion Week. Fashion Week is a lie. It's not Fashion Week. It's Fashion Months. Okay, this whole thing goes on for months. And as soon as New York Fashion Week ends, the next week we're going to England for London Fashion Week. Robin, yeah? I'm going to send you a response, okay? That's so funny that we're all on our BlackBerry. Oh, I just got that now. Me too. It's really weird to look at us out at the table because we seem like just these power bitches who have no life and are robotic drones to some piece of technology like on the BlackBerry. I have 757 unread messages. I have 1,131. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be purging pretty soon. This is why guys don't like to go out with us. What's going on? No, this is like a huge deal. And are they saying they don't have the reservation? There's one room under your name. Oh my God. Before we go to London, we're going to do this big press event out of the city, hosted by Greg Alterman and Alternative Apparel, one of our favorite clients. There are no hotel rooms. I am going to wring your neck. Alternative Apparel is one of the most successful knit jersey top companies in the world, and they're very eco-oriented. There's a lot of things falling through the cracks in Alternative Apparel. That's a priority. That is a priority. We put together a team to come out to the event with us to help us out, including Stephanie V and Aleta. You should be looking out for the wraps for your clients as well. I think an intern could be delegated to merchandise that. I know, they're all working things. They can go down and merchandise. I'm just saying, you can be delegated. Like, they're not working on requests anymore. I'm really overwhelmed, but I'm trying to get everything done. I'm expecting you to be able to pull together what the needs for the client are going to be. I know. Okay? Well, I'll make sure this is a priority. I'm exhausted and overworked, and everyone works their ass off People's Revolution. There's just no way to at the cake. We're like a little fashion sweatshop. Tell me a list of things. I'm a good delegator. I know, and the thing is I've had to take care of all this other stuff, just things that's not getting done, and I've been trying to have interns help me, and like, Aleta, what are you doing to help her? Because that's what you're supposed to be doing, and she's doing a lot of your work. Like, I'm doing most of it. I'm on top of Okay, I just want to make this really clear, just about seniority here. I see a lot of girls that are, like, dressed pretty and running around, and I see the senior team really, really struggling. And you seem real happy and healthy, and we don't. And it should be the other way around, frankly, in my book. You guys should be the tired ones, and we should be on our way to lunch. But that's not what's going on here, all right? I really don't need one of my girls getting burnt out like this, doing basic. All right? Pull it together. Everybody clear? Yep. Good. I miss you already. Basically, from the minute I wake up to the minute I go to bed, there's something going on with my job. All right, I love you, love you, love you, love you more than anybody in the whole wide world. I really need to go to the Alternative Apparel press event outside of the city. However, I do not have 12 to 20 hours to allocate for drive time. What am I going to do? I decided to rent a helicopter. I'm working on this book, and I brought the writer of my book with me. This is the ultimate in multitasking. My book is called If You Have to Cry, Go Outside, and Other Things Your Mother Never Told You. It's a noble how-to book for the empowered young woman, like, you know, the girls that we raise at People's Revolution. tribal fashion vibes. After Fashion Week, the editors are all really tired and really exhausted. So what can we do? Let's throw like a lavish weekend away out of the city. We'll have dinner parties. It'll be a great way for the editors to get to know our client, and it'll also be a great way for the editors to relax. Is this alternative too? This is all alternative. It was so cute, right? Wow. We had editors from magazines like Interview and Harper's Bazaar and Style.com, all of these different publications and websites, and really amazing sort of key people in the industry. Oh my God, half the people here are drunk. We are surrounded by the richest, most glamorous people. There's trays of champagne and mixed drinks, and the only way to survive in this business is to not get taken down by those things. Instead, Voorhees and Aleta are drinking a lot. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? I just wanted to chill for a second. We bring staff members to service us, and they're expected to hold their liquor, keep their dresses on, and make it through. Can I just say that the goal is that we're here to sell clothes? Does anybody remember why we're here? Ticket?
And the only thing is, when I took it for Wednesday, it was 9:14.
So what airport?
JFK to Heathrow.
And let me know when you do it, because it's really important.
Okay.
Well, Kelly and Emily were at the press event with Alternative Apparel. I was handling all of London Fashion Week. How are the RSVPs coming?
We're caught up on everything. These are the last few ones.
What's wrong with this paper?
It's like the printer, the ink.
Didn't we just replace that?
Maybe if we shake it.
When I first started at People's Rev, me and Serrano didn't really, mesh that well. We're not really, the same breed. He's just, really gay and really tan and bubbly and flaming and has Britney Spears tattoos on him.
I kind of have an obsession with Britney Spears, so I decided to get a tattoo. Stronger Than Yesterday. Now it's nothing but my way. I love her, I love the song, and so I got it tattooed on me.
There has to be a wheel.
That's what I was thinking, but I didn't see any.
Sharing misery brings people together. So going through so many hours and so many of the same kind of situations with him, it builds this camaraderie.
I'm really still waiting for my printout. What's the size?
I hate these boxes of plastic that we rely on.
I look like George Hamilton's lost sister from some really cheap beach town.
Have you guys read this yet? A thief broke into the back bar at the Alternative Apparel event and lifted 4 bottles of champagne and a case of beer Saturday night. Oh my God. But the heist was captured on camera. It was absolutely hysterical. Owner Dave Siva tells Page 6. I was reviewing the video to see what happened, and I see this guy crawling Rambo style across the room, oblivious to the cameras. So who is the person? Did they find out yet? Yeah. Who is it? Aleta knows. And I knew it was gonna hit the fan, because what Aleta had told me is that she was chatting with this guy, and he had stolen something at the hotel. I was hanging out with my 2 friends, and this person was there. Okay. The whole situation was really embarrassing to our agency. I work really hard, and I don't need someone who's going to get into these types of situations. Working as an assistant in my office. Robin, I'm so sorry for being... I can't talk about it right now. But at some point, I'd like to... Yeah, we have to discuss it, but it's not going to be... Definitely. I just wanted to put it out there. It's really disappointing to have a really successful event and then have to deal with being tied to some people breaking in and stealing alcohol. This is not good. I'm doing a lot, and here's what I know what it is that you're doing. Okay, I'll tell you exactly what all you're doing is running around and not getting anything accomplished and making everyone completely miserable. Just 22.
Yeah. I think that, I like her, but I think that we would be better off.
Apparently, Aleta was drinking too much alcohol at the Alternative Apparel event, and some people that she was with ended up breaking in and stealing alcohol. And you're working on an event, you should be coming to work and doing your job and getting your job done right. Well, then you can take her. I know, but it's like it's not working out really.
She knows what's going on. She can feel it.
I'm sure.
I think Robin and Emily have had enough. And with Voorhees, I'm constantly, I need assistants who are methodical and strategic. Okay, let's talk about this outfit. You look like a million. As far as Aleta getting fired, I told Robin and Emily to lower the boom, but I wasn't going to do it because I was going to a Jonas Brothers concert.
I think this is a little scary of an image for a Jonas Brothers concert.
There are gonna be so many happy people around you at that concert.
Andiamo per favore, qui. It's time to rock and roll. All right,
Have so much fun, Ava. Try not to scream too loud for your boyfriends.
Don't call them our boyfriends, okay? We're under strict orders not to talk about boys.
Oh. Aleta gave me Swedish fish.
Really? That was nice of her. Okay. So yeah, Robin and Emily might fire Aleta
Why?
because she didn't do her job.
Does Aleta know that?
I don't know. Just want to let you know because you can still be friends with her, and I know that you like her a lot and everything. So I just don't want you to.
Do you like her?
Do I like her? Yeah, I like her very, 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 very much. I just think maybe she should work at a place that's a little calmer. It might be too much energy for her.
Hey, Beth, can you have Aleta come up to the 5th floor?
Oh my God, was that?
That's it for you.
First of all, we want to talk about what happened this weekend, and you know, we hadn't had a chance to talk about it, and
Yeah. No, I know. That's what I really did. This is the basis of everything, though.
yeah.
Kelly left the decision up to Emily and I to fire Aleta. She trusts our decisions, and, ultimately we're the ones who work directly with her. So obviously, we need to discuss what happened, the situation that happened this weekend. It's very much against everything that the company stands for and policies and drinking, being out till, 7 a.m. The people you were hanging out with stole alcohol, which gave a bad reputation for our agency. Whatever you want to do in your own time is fine, but to do it when it's being paid for by a client, it's a whole other situation. I think it was under the impression that I brought these people back to the hotel, which I didn't. Like, there was a huge group of us, and it was late. At no point, would I ever, if I noticed something really askew going on, would I stand for that? No one, to be honest, should be out till like 7 in the morning or whatever it was, hanging out when this is like a work event. I made a bad decision, and I can't, step away from that. I take responsibility for it. This trip was meant to be strictly work and not necessarily some sort of social experience. And we thought about it a lot. I just don't think that we can continue having you work here. It's just a really horrible reflection on the company. It is what it is. We just can't have you here. Okay. It's never easy to fire somebody, but at the same time, it's a business. Do you want me to have someone help you pack up the stuff? Are you okay? Yeah. When you're coming into a professional setting, it's your job to work and to be professional and not to stay out till 7 o'clock in the morning drunk. I think that honestly, she was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And at the end of the day, I really don't think it was her fault. Stephanie V, it's a lot of spelling mistakes in this whole RSVP list. Steph, do you have the address to drop off that Dave Delphine sample? Well, he sent an email saying, "Thank you, please send the look today to his address." Right, so I'm just making sure you have the address. Okay, I'll just do it. Where's the stuff? When Aleta left, I was really nervous because there was lots of weird feelings in the office. And I get yelled at every single day. Everyone's looking at me like, why the are you still here?
People's Revolution is not for the meek. It's a very, very fast-paced business. Everybody's got a lot on the line and a lot to lose. It's no joke.
I really don't even know what to do at this point. I called my parents, and they said to me, do your best, do everything that you can to try to make this work. But, I knew it really wasn't working out. Do I stay around and get fired, or what? Should I just leave? I didn't sign up to get yelled at every day. It's just, there's not enough hours in the day. I'm a human. I don't deserve to be abused. I work hard. I'm intelligent. There was too much to do. I was doing like 110 things. Nobody could have gone into the situation and survived. I really don't think so. Like, unless you're Superman who took amphetamines every day. I'm gonna go. Hey, Emma.
Yeah?
I know I'm getting fired. Anyway, so I'm just gonna make a list of everything that needs to be taken care of, so nothing's left undone. Okay?
Okay. Never in my career has something like this happened where the person knows they're gonna get fired and comes up and asks to be fired.
Can we just have a conversation after Robin gets off the phone? Because I'd rather just talk all together about how we're going to wrap this up.
Okay.
Thank you.
She knew there was a problem, and she knew that she was, you know, very close to the chopping block.
Stephanie, why don't we just go talk really quick in the back?
I knew I was dead man walking. And it was obvious I was gonna get fired, but there's nothing I can do. You know, in my defense, I'm doing a lot, and here's what I know what it is that you're doing. Okay, I'll tell you exactly what it is I'm doing. All you're doing is like running around and not getting anything accomplished and making everyone completely miserable. I just don't understand.
I think we misjudged your experience. You almost should have been hired as an assistant.
You know, the thought of getting fired scared the out of me. I'd never been fired from everything. I'm new to the workforce. Like, what did that say about me?
You know, for everything to have spun out of control like that made it a lot worse for us because we need a strong support system.
And there's like no support system.
We don't have it.
When Stephanie was hired, you know, we told her that this is a high-pressure job, and she was perfectly well aware of what the job entailed. I felt bad, but, you know, it was better for her to get out of there.
Obviously, it's not working out. Like, we had a lot of hopes for you, and, like, I think that you're a good person. I think that you'll find another place that is going to be better fit for you.
I just really want to say I'm sorry how things ended, and I really respect both of you, and I'm sorry for especially this past week. And thank you for the opportunity, and I truly mean that. Okay, I have to go.
Okay.
Thank you. I mean, yeah, it doesn't feel good to feel like I failed at something, but in all honesty, like, I didn't want to be People's Revolution anymore. It was just kind of a relief that I was getting fired. I didn't have to quit, because I don't like quitting things.
Steph, I'm going to make sure that you get paid for today, okay?
I wanted them to fire Voorhees because her best is obviously not good enough.
Bye, Steph. Let me know how it's going.
I will. Everybody, if anybody calls for Stephanie V, please direct it to me.
We'll just pretend we only had one Stephanie the whole time.
Oh, it's an elimination of the Stephanie.
Congratulations.
I'm literally gonna have like anxiety. Like, there's no way that you can do this.
His bronzer's running off his face.
This is my daughter's father.
Bye.
Today, Robin, Emily, and I are going to London for the 25th anniversary of London Fashion Week. In addition to consulting to the British Fashion Council, we're going to be producing fashion shows while we're there. And I'm pretty much packed. I just need a couple t-shirts and I'm ready to rip it. Okay, this can go. Okay, Steph, here's this.
Molly, what are you wearing in London?
You wear the same thing I wear every day, black. Prada, Burberry. This is cute. Okay, Stella McCartney. Yes.
Yes.
Do you want me to pack up your laptop?
Yeah. Where's my ID?
Kelly packing is so funny because it's so not me packing. Kelly is just like throwing a bunch of bags and like winging it.
This sweater's genius. This is great. This jacket's awesome. So now I have what, 4 black t-shirts?
You have more than 4.
Really?
Yeah, I think you're done.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Okay, I'm ready. Ava, Mommy left a note for you for every day. You have a chores list of stuff that you need to do in order to get your iPod. Let me see your face, because I know it's all these acting. Every year, it's harder and harder to say goodbye. It's not easier. It was easier when she was 2. Let's face it, when they're 2, it's not such a displeasure to leave the house if you're a single mom. You're like, oh, Hotel Maurice, Paris, okay, Mommy loves you, bye-bye. Here's the deal. You're always good when Mommy's gone, so just keep being good, okay? I'll call you every day, you know that. And then I'll also be seeing your daddy, okay? We'll be talking about you, and we'll probably call you together. I met Ava's dad in Paris when I was producing a fashion show and fell madly in love with him, which was awesome. And, you know, so now I get him in London once in a while. I love you. I'm going to miss you tons.
All right.
I'll be back in 5 days, okay? It'll be really fast. Why can't we close at 4 tomorrow? And let everybody get out of here tomorrow.
That's fun.
All right, you guys, please make this a drama-free time. I hope nobody will like set the place on fire. They'll remember to lock the doors, and hopefully things get done. Don't fire any of the clients. Don't quit.
No more staff to fire, don't worry.
Everybody else has been fired, so. All right, we're out.
People's Revolution.
We're the only people working here. We can't do everything. This is, like, ridiculous. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I know.
I actually don't know anything that is going on in this place. I'm barely going to be able to explain to the interns what to do. You know? Like, how do they not realize that we're in, like, a crisis? You fired the one yesterday, and we're trying to pick up the pieces.
I mean, this isn't good. I mean, yeah, I was happy that Stephanie Voorhees is gone because it was kind of just like watching her just mess all this stuff up. But like now my workload kind of like tripled. Are we done with our group therapy sessions?
Like, they left, like, the country. I mean, is that a joke?
With senior staff in London, we were like, Mom and Dad are gone, and we don't know what to do. We're not gonna eat anything healthy. We're just gonna eat cookies for the next week.
Okay.
Oh my god. I'm like really stressed.
I know. Like, I'm really stressed out too. Why do you think I've eaten 3 cookies already?
The thing is, like, they just gave me the list of shows they wanted yesterday. And I'm trying to get these for Carla Martinez and Lynn Yeager, who, like, we're bringing to London to cover for Vogue.com and interview. Like, the show's, like, tomorrow. Right before Robin, Kelly, and Emily leave to London, Robin asked me to get tickets for some editors for the shows in London. The shows were literally, like, the next day. And I'm thinking to myself, that's something that people did weeks in advance. People's booths are already closed. What the like, I should have got this, like, 2 weeks ago. So I'm thinking, I'm not going to get these editors into these shows. They're not going to have tickets waiting for them. And it's going to be all my fault because it was my job. And I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm literally going to have like anxiety. Like, if they don't have shows to go to, I'm the one that's going to be like, in trouble for this.
Andrew Serrano was having this complete breakdown.
Look at all these shows I'm supposed to be trying to get.
It's literally us.
I think we've all had those moments when we crack. As an assistant, you're going to crack. Like, there's no way that you can do this.
Oh my God. His bronzer's running off his face.
Oh my God,
I can't stop laughing. No. I know he's really stressed out, but his like bronzer, his bronzer's like starting to like run down his face. And I was like, you have to pull yourself together. I'm sorry, I keep laughing. You want to cry? Obviously, Kelly tells you to go outside. So go put your bronzer back on, come back, it's gonna be okay.
When you work the way that we work, we don't really get a lot of downtime. You've heard of a disco nap, which is, you know, a little nap that you take before you go out to party. We have to do disco nap vacations. We work really hard, but we also play really hard. Hi. This is my daughter's father.
Hi.
This is Emily. I'm Emily.
I'm just gonna call her right now.
Alario came right away. You know, with the recession on, we didn't travel with any assistants, so we scooped him up. We're happy to have a tour guide and somebody to take us out. I mean, and let's face it, I mean, Alario is ridiculously handsome. I mean, he is like heartbreaker.
First time I saw Kelly Catrone, it was 8 years ago. I was living in Paris at the time. We started dating there, and then a couple of weeks later, I went to New York. And then a year later, we had a daughter.
It's so great that we had you.
Yeah.
We get the charming European daddy. Alario's always been a great big love in my life. And people are like, oh my God, you're such a great couple. How long have you been married? And we're like, we've never even lived together with our baby. We're like, what? Oh, we can call Ava. Yeah, I'm sure she's really grumpy. She's your daughter. And in the morning.
I know. We're no fun in the morning. Good morning, my love. How are you? Oh, you don't seem very happy to go to school. No, I know. You wish you could stay in bed. Ava is my greatest love. She's a great kid. She's very sensitive. It's fun to talk to her because she's really smart.
Hey, hi, sweet.
She's so bad, yeah.
Nana's letting you eat in bed?
In Mommy's bed.
In our bed? What is going on? I've been gone for like 10 hours. Let me wear this like,
She's like a queen.
Good morning, People's Revolution.
Everything okay there?
Hey, Kelly. Everything's cool.
I was kind of like in charge of running the office, dealing a lot with like showroom appointments and sample requests and returns and this and that, you know. So it was like, even though they were gone, I was still really busy.
Emily just forwarded me this resume. He's like describing himself. He's like, if anything, I'm 6'3", 200 pounds and perfect for carrying heavy boxes. We're understaffed. Since Aleta and Voorhees got fired, and now there aren't that many of us left. So I'm in charge of like hiring new help.
Yeah, no, I had gotten your resume. Do you think you could come in for an interview?
Yep.
Awesome, thank you.
I don't really know about this.
Do you have like experience working in PR?
I don't. This would be a perfect place for me to start out.
So do you have like PR experience?
I do not.
Do you have like experience working in PR or?
I was working with Indagio. We did Fashion Week.
Kelly has like a reputation of being really particular. So there's a real importance of being discreet, especially at events. That was something that was a problem with Aleta. What do you like know?
I know a little merchandising, public relations, obviously. I pretty much know how like everything works. Press releases, RSVP list, coordinating the show, make sure everything was organized. I do have receptionist and administrative assistant experience.
I mean, I'll just get back to you later in the day.
Okay.
I mean, I'll email you later on in the day.
I mean, do you want to just say like starting on Monday or something?
Of course.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming in.
And you're so welcome.
She was qualified, she had Fashion Week experience. She was very, very enthusiastic about doing whatever it takes, which is an attitude that Kelly really approves of. Thank you, Virginia.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
She definitely knows a lot. Like, she knows, like, a lot. She, like, knew more than I do. She was just sitting there being like, yeah, like, RSVP list, doing all this stuff, and I'm just sitting there being like, okay. I mean, her resume is 5 pages long.
Okay, fine. Hire her.
What size are your feet? 10, Male models just lie because they think it's cool to have big feet.
Henry's showing during London Fashion Week, and we have been hired to make sure that all the American press that are in London for Fashion Week attend his show.
What's up, Henners?
You know,
Stressé?
I had too much coffee.
Henry Holland for me is kind of like Jimmy Stewart meets Dennis the Menace with a bow tie. He's like a little vortex of a guy. They're wearing lace boxer shorts. Something I have never seen in my whole career. His work is comical at times, bright, poppy, quirky. It's a lot like him.
So, on the day of the show, you're going to do seating for the Americans.
Yes.
Everyone that comes to the show has to have their handbag scanned
Really? Why?
because the venue is so amazing.
Henry Holland picked one of the most renowned cathedrals in London because marriage and kind of neo-pop wedding was one of the inspirations for the collection. You look skinny. Did you lose weight?
A little.
You don't eat anymore? You gave it up?
I gave up when I got nervous about the show.
Are you nervous about it?
Yeah.
This is a pretty important show for Henry. He's trying to increase his international following, especially in America. And so it's our job to make sure that people know his name. We're excited for your show.
It's good.
It's going to be great.
Oh my god. You have to listen to this. I'm part of the cast. Congrats.
Wait, what are you talking about? And how did you find this?
I just so happened to go on Twitter and search People's Revolution because I was like, oh, let me just like see what's going on. And all of a sudden, this Twitter pops up, and it's like, going into the elevator of People's Revolution, going to meet Andrew Muckamel, just got hired.
I can find whatever you need me to find, and I found it. Get this girl on the phone. She is not coming in.
Got my copy, headed to my interview at People's Revolution. Excited, I know I have this. We'll tweet later to give you all the good news. Virginia.
Damn.
It's her.
Yep.
Oh my god, is that the girl we just interviewed? Like, she walked out of the door 3 minutes ago.
What an idiot.
When we are hiring assistants, it's really important that we can trust them with really confidential information. I mean, there's so much stuff that goes on in our office, like with high-profile people, and, you know, there's no blogging.
Get her on the phone.
I'll get her on the phone.
I'll talk to her. Hello?
Hello. Hi, Stephanie. It's me, Virginia.
Hi, Virginia. Really quickly, we actually were just on Twitter, and we saw that you were tweeting about People's Revolution.
Uh-huh.
You're not allowed to talk about or tweet about or do anything like that. So
Okay, I'm
unfortunately,
sorry.
we're gonna have to decline you to come in our office.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
Okay?
Okay, I'm so sorry.
In a matter of 20 minutes, this girl was interviewed, hired, and fired.
Bye.
Yeah, you're way too nice. I would have ripped her. Is that a joke?
Now that's worse.
With your 5-page resume, Virginia? This is ridiculous. I bet you got Twitter about it being like so upset.
They're a bit disorganized.
They are.
Let me do.
Hey, go to the second row. This is not your seat. Now.
Oh my god, I have this blind date that I haven't been on a date in probably like 6 months. But I need to be tan because I haven't tan in like 4 days. So I'm ridiculously pale. I know.
Don't worry, room 2 is set up for you right there.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Fashion week's over. I haven't had time to tan. I haven't whitened my teeth. I haven't had a haircut. Kelly said we could leave work early, and Robin's gone, so whatever, I'm gonna tan. People are pale right before they die. I think if Kelly or Robin had a little bit of color, it would help. Being tan, that's the color of like having health and happiness. I mean, everybody looks better when they tan.
This is horrible. I don't think this is such a good outfit for me. These leggings don't look right. You think?
I think this is fine.
That's really generous of you. Really generous.
Laurie and I hang out together like we're totally married. But it wasn't always like this. We had this big love affair, and then I think I found out that I was with a bossy Italian guy, and he found out that he was with a ball-busting American girl, and it wasn't the best combination. Have you talked to our daughter? Call it.
I'm calling her.
We separated, and we had to learn how to communicate. Most people do that over dinner and drinks. I, on the other hand, got pregnant, and so we had to do that with a child.
Hi, this is Mom and Dad.
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
How was your play date?
My credit was great.
Oh yeah? What did you do?
We danced in the morning. We
Good. Good for you. It's an offering to God every day when we dance. I think that Ava is, this rod that kind of tunes us toward behaving on a very high level in her name.
Mommy, love you.
I love you too, Ava. I so love you. All right, bye.
Bye, love you. Bye.
Skinner, I'm gonna leave soon.
Okay.
You're never gonna leave.
I mean, I want to leave.
What?
I said I want to, but
So what could I do to help you stay here shorter?
honestly, I don't even know.
Kelly said we could leave early today, and unlike Skinner, who's sitting there like slaving away, I'm like, consider me gone.
So this goes with that box, and we can just drop it off at FedEx. Oh my God, Robin.
Rather we don't care about.
Hi, Robin. Since Aleta was let go, Stephanie had been fired. I really had to be on top of myself and my work.
I'm going up to Top Shop.
Where did she wear this to? She wore it to the Entertainment Weekly and Women. Can you pull up the name of it? I work a lot, but I really do love my job. In college, I always watched Sex and the City, and there's one episode, Sarah Jessica Parker's in a fashion show. They cut to the director's booth, and someone's calling the show, and I was like, that's what I want to do. And now, slowly but surely, I'm making my way to that booth, but I just had no idea it would be like this. Today is the day of Henry Holland's fashion show. Henry decided to show in a church because the inspiration for his collection was, a wedding.
It's right off to the left. Right off. Because Henry has a British PR company. It was our job when we went there to keep our eye on the American press and make sure that they not only attend, but were well seated.
We're supposed to start in 25 minutes.
Wait, I have a still. Can we just talk about this?
What?
A number of emails I've gotten today. Look. Can you see this?
Yeah, it's cool.
Today, starting at 12:16 a.m.
I think that there should be a mandatory field trip. or go and get dinner. Skinner's always paranoid of like, is the phone gonna ring? Are they gonna call? Like, if we can figure out a way to cover, you know, like, this is our only opportunity. We gotta go. You're coming with me.
Let's just go right now.
You're bad.
No, I'm not bad.
I don't know how you don't have this fear in your head
Of what?
of the phone call. And then it goes to your cell phone.
Anytime I see, like, on my cell phone, Kelly, Robin, or Emily, I'm like, what do they want? Like, and I watch Andrew, and he's like, whatever if they call me. And I'm like, you need to answer that phone call.
She's not gonna call. You know that. What time is it in London right now?
Never say never.
I never say never, but like, they're not gonna call because they're not gonna call.
It's happened to me. I never gone to the deli.
I'm on a mission. We're leaving here. We're going to Sanctuary Tea. Some of our friends are gonna come. We're gonna have drinks. We'll relax.
But like, you ran to the deli and I have explosive diarrhea. that was my excuse through all of school. Let's just go. Let's just go. Let's just go.
Oh my God, like, stop it. Like,
Okay, fine. Let's come.
You guys are in the bathroom?
No.
I have explosive diarrhea, and Skinner ran to the deli real quick. Okay.
This is so wrong.
Excuse me. Can you help them? Things they need to find their seats from matches.
For matches, brilliant. You are, let's have a look.
I didn't do the city chart, so I don't know.
sometimes when you're swinging into town and you have to work with another PR company, English press are going to take precedence over American press, and it's our job to make sure that the American press are well taken care of.
They're a bit disorganized.
They are?
I need you.
Are you supposed to be in the front row, dear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why don't you guys sit right here then? Are these your original seats?
No, there's no
Sit here. Is there any way we can move it? Can we squeeze one more in? Yeah.
I see my friend Derek Blaisberg is a pretty important writer, and Lee Lizard, the star of The Misshapes, and they need their seats. So obviously I'm not going to let my friends stand while some English chicks are still in their seats.
Okay, do you have your seating assignments? Are you supposed to be in this section? I don't think so. This is the American section, no? Let's see. Yeah, no, this isn't the right seat, but you probably knew that, yeah?
London has the same problems that New York had, seat crashers. And what my specialty is getting those seat crashers out and getting the right people into their seats.
Sam, you have to go in the back, okay? Go to the second row. This is not your seat. Now.
He decided to put really young girls in lace dresses without a bra. I think the parishioners, they might not like it so much.
They said I have these two seats. I seated Lee over there, but I guess I'll take Ilario and Nick now and give them the seats. Because we're done, right?
Yeah, there's nobody else.
Okay, grab them.
At first I was really excited to just have to deal with the American press and then I could just kind of kick it backstage and chill out with Henry. But when I got back there and I saw that he needed my help, I had to kind of go out of neutral and shift into gear.
Henry, check her stockings to make sure they're positioned evenly. She also has a little bit of black in her veil, a speck. It's always fierce backstage.
Glenda Bailey's in the front row from Hartford's Bazaar.
Flo and Laura! They're looking for Flo and Laura. Flo and Laura.
I've been married twice and I wish I looked as good on my wedding day as you do today. Henry is a rock star in the fashion world. He decided to put really young girls in hot day glow lace dresses without a bra. Do I think that if the parishioners walked by and decided they were going to come in to say a novena or light a candle, that they would have been happy with what they were seeing in there? Probably not.
Really work that look, baby. And turn it.
But did anybody in the fashion industry flinch? No. Had a couple good reviews, and he got a lot of really, really great reviews. But I thought his collection did really well, and Barney's picked it out for the first time, so I mean that says a lot. It's one of the most important department stores in the world.
All right, good job.
It was mental. It was pretty bad for there, and now I felt like I was going to faint at one point. But I'm done, and now.
You gotta stay on your feet.
Yeah. Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you so much.
Hello, for this occasion,
What?
I'm going to put on lip gloss.
Yes, lip gloss. This means we're out. How many cookies did you eat yesterday?
10, maybe 12.
We've all been stress eating for doing
And then
that.
the day before, and then last week I ate 5 cupcakes in a row.
Do we sound like we're in Clueless right now?
People in fashion do eat.
We're not in fashion, we're in slave labor.
I was totally stoked. I mean, us having like a glass of wine, you know, putting on some lip gloss and sanctuary tea, it's like we made leaps and bounds today.
Only you guys are there. They're looking at it.
Yeah, us and interns.
We're really understaffed.
Yeah, really understaffed.
This year, like, it has been really hard. I'm kind of just, like, learning how to balance, like, life, work. Because right now I don't have that balance. Looking for an internship?
Yeah, anybody looking for an internship?
Must not Twitter.
Yeah.
Next on Kell on Earth. After several months of great sex, Tony turned to me one day and he said, let's get married. I've been reading a how-to book for chicks. It's called Bitch, Rich, and...
How's it going? So I'm going to blind it, but I'm really nervous. I'm going to say a word, and I want you to tell me what the first thing that comes to my head. Lube. I'm trying to get laid.
We said that we're gonna get them done, and they're not. There's certain ways that I really don't like to be talked to. The freaking out about everything has to stop happening. Maybe I shouldn't work here. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
For more information about Kell on Earth, visit BravoTV.com.